Hello and welcome. You are listening to the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. I am your host, Lorna, certified food freedom coach and founder of the Ditch Decade Diets Academy. I've spent 10 years in an unhealthy relationship with food, binge eating, over-exercising, and feeling insecure in my body. This podcast is all about helping you get to the root of your food struggles and teaching you how to rewire your brain so you can end binge eating. If you're ready to improve your relationship with food and cultivate more self-love towards yourself and your health, this is the podcast for you. So let's get to it and jump right in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Ditch Decade Diets podcast. Today, I want to remind you that you were not meant to come onto this earth to be spending all day obsessing over what it is you're eating, obsessing over how many calories you're consuming, obsessing over the size of your body, obsessing over the number on the scale, obsessing over how many macros you consumed. You came to this world to live an amazing life. And right now, I have a feeling that life is good for you. Like relationships are good, career is good, family life is good. But there's just one thing in your life, your relationship with food, that is driving you absolutely bonkers. And it's like, I don't understand because things are going well in my life in so many other areas, but this whole relationship with food thing, this whole binge eating thing, like I just can't get a grip on it. And you have important things to do. Whether you're a mom, you are a girlfriend, you're a fiance, you're a wife, you're a partner, you are a sister, like you have way more important things to focus on than to be spending all day in MyFitnessPal. And although things in your life are going really well, except this relationship with food thing, things could be even better. And you weren't born to fit in with what everyone else is doing, because let's be honest, everyone else is on a diet, right? Like diet culture is everywhere. And whether you go into the office, you at least have probably one coworker who is dieting or is thinking about starting a diet or has dieted in the past, or you have a family member who is dieting. And I was actually doing a masterclass today, and I asked everyone, I said, who here has somebody in their life that is like healing their relationship with food? Like who in your life do you know is healing? And 99.9% of the people, they were like, no one. Like I'm the person, like I'm the only one. And I want to remind you that's okay. Like you were meant to live an incredible life, and you were meant to stand out, not fit in with everyone else, not fit in with the diet culture crowd. And I know sometimes it can feel nice to like belong to like the diet culture community, not in terms of dieting, but in terms of like, oh, this is the label that I have. Like I'm doing keto, I'm tracking my macros. Like I remember when I used to track macros, I'm like, if it fits your macros, like I FYM, or like, yeah, I'm team intermittent fasting, or I'm like, no, you don't need a freaking label. You just got to eat. And when everyone else is dieting, heal. When everyone else is tracking their macros, eat intuitively. When everyone else is talking about what diet they're going to go on, you're going to choose to heal your relationship with food so that your life can get even better than it is right now. Like even better. When everyone else is thinking about what diet they're going to go on, you're going to be the one to heal your relationship with food so that you never have to diet again. Like literally everyone's going to be starting a new diet in 2024. And you're like, okay, well, I'll just be here healing my relationship with food so that I don't have to diet in my life ever again. Like that is the goal. That is the goal. That is the freaking goal. And life can be so much better. Right now, maybe all you've known is diets. And, for the majority of my life when I was dieting, like I did have a great relationship with my husband, but my relationship got 10 times better. And I'm like, we had such a good relationship and things got even better. At the time, I was a personal trainer. I had a fitness studio with my husband. Things were going well. Like we had our own business, things were going well. But when I healed my relationship with food, things got even better. I'm making a huge impact on so many people, healing tons of people's relationships with food. I am the happiest I've ever been. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. And sometimes it's like things can feel a little scary when it feels like you're the oddball out, or like you're missing out, or society is doing this and everyone's doing this. And it feels like you're the one that's like standing out, but you're going to be standing out in the best way. Like literally, you're going to be standing out in the best way. And I've had this happen to me so many times. I'll never forget this conversation that I had with a client that I worked with. And she messaged me, this was way back, like 2021 or something like that. And she messaged me the first time. She was like, hey, like, do you do like macro coaching? And I was like, no, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not going to take you on as a client. Like, I don't do that. And she's like, okay. A few months later, she signed up to work with me to heal her relationship with food. So the reason I'm sharing this is let people diet. It's okay. People have the right to do what they want to do. Let people diet. You know what you need to do. It doesn't matter if every single person that you know is dieting. It doesn't matter, because you know that you can do that. You can fit in with them. You can do that right now. You can go on another diet tomorrow. You can start another diet today. You know that you can do that. But you know that there's a reason why you are wanting to be different, because you know better. You know that diets don't work. You know that you've done that for some of you guys. It's been, 30 years, 10 years, 5 years, 20 years. So when you feel like you're standing out, or like you don't belong because everyone is on a diet, good. Be the one that goes first and heals your relationship with food. And then people are going to look at you like, wait, hold up. What are you doing? You look so happy. You look so healthy. You're glowing. Like, what are you doing? And I've literally had people say this to me when I was healing my relationship with food. They're like, what are you doing? Like, you're just happy. Like you're just glowing. Like, what are you literally doing? And I'm like, healing my relationship with food. Like, and that's literally the best thing. When people are going to be asking you, what are you doing? Like they think that you're probably on some crazy diet, and you're like, no, I'm just healing. Like that is literally the best. It's the best feeling in the world, knowing you're feeling good physically, mentally, emotionally, and you're not torturing yourself going on these crazy restrictive diets that makes you want to pull your hair out. You go first. Stand out. You were not born to fit in. For so many years of my life, it was like, I need to fit in with the crowd. Like, what is everyone else doing? Even when it didn't feel right for my body. I remember doing keto, and everyone's like, your cravings are, you're never going to even have cravings. When you're on keto, like you're not even going to have cravings, and you're going to have so much energy. And I'm like doing this whole keto thing. This is probably 2017 or something like that, like years ago. And I'm like, I feel like a zombie. Like I had no energy on keto. Like, and all I wanted was carbs. I'm like, this isn't working for me. But I'm like, well, people say you're going to have this like keto flu thing. So just like keep going. And no, don't keep going. Like, you know your body best. When I was tracking my calories and macros, it was not for me. I was going over every single day. I literally was getting so mad at my mom for making these crock pot meals, because I felt like a freaking mathematician trying to calculate the macros for this veggie chili. And it sounded so silly because all the ingredients were like nutrient dense foods, right? Like beans or celery or carrots. Like it was great food for you, for me, for us. And a lot of the times I would be like, I'm literally not even going to have this freaking veggie chili or whatever it is because I can't figure out the macro. So I'm just going to go over here and I'm just going to make myself a bowl of yogurt with like syrup, and protein powder and PB2 and, well, protein snack. Like, and I didn't even realize that I was doing myself such a disservice of like, number one, getting so irritable at my mom. Like, how dare you freaking make a healthy crock pot recipe? Like, how dare you do that? And then I was like, just choosing something based off of macros versus what I actually wanted to eat. Like the veggie chili, like I have it now, obviously. And it's so interesting. My mom actually packed some for me. She made some extra and I had some the other day. It was just like so nice. I'm like, I don't even have to think about what the macros are. Like there's so many nutrients in this bowl. I'm just going to enjoy it. Like it's crazy how far you can come. But yeah, it's like you don't need to be doing these crazy things. When everyone else is doing one thing, you know your body best. Like you know if tracking macros makes you more obsessed with food. It's not about, well, I just got to try harder. No, you don't need to try harder. You got to stop the diets. Well, maybe like yeah, not today. Like today I didn't stick to it, but like I'm going to get back on track tomorrow. Like, no, you don't got to get back on track tomorrow. You got to stop the diets. And I hear this so often. It's like from so many people, I used to be able to do macros, but like I've fallen off, but like I'm going to try to get back to it. And I'm like, well, there was a reason why you fell off track. Like you don't just fall off track for no reason. You fall off track because it's not sustainable. You fall off track because it's unrealistic. You fall off track because it is too rigid. So give yourself permission to stand the heck out. You are the one. Be the one to heal your relationship with food. Maybe you're the first one in your family. Great. Amazing. Don't see that as a sign of no one else is doing it. I better not do it. I was the only person that I knew in 2019 to heal my relationship with food. Nobody else I knew was healing my their relationship with food except for the people that I was in a program with. Like nobody was talking about heal your relationship with food. It was like, stick to your macros. Stick to this diet. It is okay to be different in that way. That is the best way. When you know you're doing something for you, that's for you, girlfriend. That's for you. So don't be afraid to stand out. You aren't born fit in. Stand out. When everyone else is dieting, heal your relationship with food. Lead the way. Be the one that goes first. Be the one, even if your grandma has an unhealthy relationship with food and your mom and your cousin and your sister, like be the one. Be the one. It does not matter about anyone else. Be the one. Be the one. So go be the one. That's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this podcast episode, and if you've been enjoying all the podcast episodes that I've been putting out, it would mean so much if you can leave a rating and review. And also DM me. Tell me that you're listening to the podcast. I might just heart it because I get a lot of messages. I might just heart it, but I want to say thank you. Like, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And it would mean a lot if you can leave a rating and a review because it just gets my message across to so many more people that need to hear my message. And I'm committed to literally helping a million of you. So we're on our way. We're on our way. I love you guys. Have an amazing rest of the day. Don't forget you're a badass, and we'll see you guys soon.